The roe deer, also called the Western or European roe deer, is a very common native inhabitant of the European continent. They can be found all over the area, except in the northernmost parts of Scandinavia. Roe deer are a smaller species of deer characterized by their reddish and gray-brown fur. They also make a distinct barking sound when alarmed. Bucks develop antlers up to 7 to 12 inches in length that typically branch into 2, 3, or even 4 points. Roe deer are herbivores and like to feed on grass in cultivated soil. While primarily a forest animal, they often wander out into fields and areas with more sparse vegetation. In this video, we are going to be taking a deep dive to kick off the first episode of the Great One concept series here in the Hunter Call of the Wild. My name is Squid. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Without further ado, wasting no more of you guys' time, let's go ahead and dive right into it. Now, the roe deer buck, in my opinion, is one of the most, if not the most, underrated deer species in the entire game. I think for years they've had a bad rep, as they're on one of the hardest maps to hunt in the entire game, Hirschfelden Hunting Reserve. You can also find them on Quattro Colinas, which where in my opinion the hunting is much better. The furs that you can find on a roe deer doe, in 3 different categories: common, very rare, and extremely rare. Starting with common is the tan fur type. 33% of females that spawn have this fur type. Orange, another 33% of the females that spawn also have this fur type. And as you can assume, the other 33% have the brown fur type. All of these furs look so good, especially for being old models. And the possibilities of us seeing a remodel for the roe deer are actually very high, believe it or not. In the most recent trailer from Expansive Worlds, out of all of the species in the entire game to show off the brand new Deer Feeder DLC coming soon, they chose the roe deer. In my opinion, that might be a pointer towards something in the near future. The poll that they actually put up, if you guys seen the QR code pop up on the home screen in Call of the Wild, one of the questions was, what map would you like to see next in Call of the Wild? And there was 4 different map options that were from the European continent alone, and upon further research, roe deer would have been native to all of the locations that were listed. Now, there were some exceptions, and we're still extremely far away from a new map DLC. Come December, in my opinion, I strongly believe that we're at least going to see some changes to the roe deer, especially if it's a European map. As for the males, 33% spawn with the dark gray fur type, 33% spawn with the dark brown fur type, and the last 33 spawn with the brown fur type. For both does and bucks, rare furs include piebald, albino, and melanistic. For the piebald fur type, only 0.2% of the population spawns with the piebald fur. For albinos, 0.05% of the population will spawn with an albino. And for melanistic, once again, 0.05% spawn with this fur type. Now, the rares for the roe deer are so beautiful, and once again, I would love to see what they could do with a remodel. Roe deer use Class 3 ammunition because they're lightweight and have delicate structure. Shot placement is critical to avoid damaging the trophy value. They have high senses of hearing and smell, which makes stealth and wind direction extremely important when hunting them. Now, with as beautiful as these deer are, and the amount that you can find on maps like Hirschfelden and Quattro, grinding mills would become very easy. There are several hundred roe deer bucks on your map as we speak. Their diamonds are kind of a challenge, so if you have one in your lodge, you are definitely a skilled hunter. all I can imagine is coming around one of the corners while checking solo zones on the river in Quattro, and I just see a 10 fabled roe deer with the classic, beautiful Great One fur types from Expansive Worlds. The following are some examples of fur types that I came up with myself that I think would make a very good roe deer Great One fur type. Starting with the fabled Autumn Vale. Considering the fact that they're in Hirschfelden and that's probably the most popular place to hunt them besides Quattro, to fit the autumn theme, this fabled fur type would be a warm blend of golden orange russet and ash brown coats. This majestic buck, as though autumn itself wove its colors into its fur, would be so cool, probably one of the coolest Great Ones in the entire game to spot in Hirschfelden. And after all of the work that grind would take, can you imagine the reward? The fabled Eclipse. This buck would have a majestic pitch black coat with a stubble dark brown sheen under light. Its antlers are obsidian with glowing silver tips, giving a lunar contrast when seen at dusk, which is right when they drink. The eyes would appear pale white, reflecting like the moon across a still lake. This would be a deer that I would like to spawn in Quattro. I just can't imagine walking up to a lake and pulling up my binoculars right as the sun setting at roe deer drink time, and I spot a fabled Eclipse. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm getting chills thinking about this buck. After a long grind, the hard-earned trophy of a fabled Eclipse would be so freaking sick. Next, we're going to talk about some of the racks that I would like to see, kind of corresponding to the last two fabled fur types. This rack I would call the Monarch rack. This buck would have perfectly blended sweeping antlers that rise high and wide, each branch splitting with immaculate symmetry. When viewed head-on, the rack forms a near circular crown shape, with tines flaring outwards like rays of sunlight. Said to be mark of the forest's true king, regal, divine, and unchallenged. And then, my friends, the Eclipse rack. Black antlers with ghostly white tips that glow faintly under the moonlight. The frame is wide, with tines bending inward like crescent moons. From certain angles, the rack looks like it's absorbing light around it. Let me know down below in the comments section, what racks would you guys like to see on a roe deer Great One? And if you have fur ideas, definitely put those down there as well. If you guys haven't hunted the roe deer here in the Hunter Call of the Wild, I feel like so many people just ignore this deer species. I would strongly suggest grabbing yourself the new Frost 257, head out to roe deer drink time, in either Quattro or Hirschfelden, and hunt for some roe deer, my friends. And in this process, picture yourself spawning a Great One roe deer. Let me know down below, how would you react to that? How would you like a roe deer Great One in the game? In conclusion, the roe deer Great One would make an amazing addition here to the Hunter Call of the Wild. It would be a challenging, but extremely rewarding grind that I would definitely do. As always, my name is Squid, you're watching Squidster Outdoors, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace out, my gamers.